Tired of improvement in art strategy content? Me too. Let's talk. So, to start, I'm going to give a little background on myself in relation to this topic. When I was younger and trying to study art more seriously to improve, maybe middle school and high school, I would watch anatomy videos, color videos, or just, any well-made videos featuring art and any study methods related to making it, but better. Be it content from Mark Brunette, Ethan Becker, Ross Draws, or really anybody, if it could help me improve, I would stay sat. There was a lot of excitement and passion for the craft I'd get from watching these videos, and that energy would go to practicing. But it could quickly turn to despair and self-beratement when my style and methods weren't developing how theirs were. They had an insane mastery of any broad or specific subject in art fundamental, whereas I wouldn't. I'd feel even worse when my methods of practicing and learning weren't nearly as rigorous as I heard other artists speak about. Draw every day, study often, draw quicker, draw slower, just keep going, always. Maybe it was advice to help one prepare for developing a good-looking portfolio for industry work, prepping for higher education, or simply expediting the process of developing style, taste, and fundamentals. It was very crushing, like there's only one way to study, only one way your art should look, and only one way to get very well known, let alone hired. And even as I've developed as an artist, finding more comfort and potential for growth in the way I choose to do artwork now, I can't lie and say that pressure to move or grow quickly and efficiently isn't still there. That isn't made much better by the pressures of social media that I've signed myself up for in hopes of having a career. But every now and again, and now more than ever, that idea of one way to succeed, to be a master and have a successful business has started to break. There are artists who are masters of their craft and do not like anything they've created. Artists who have the skill but now incorporate AI into processes that it has no business being in, and artists that give up because they are nowhere near as optimal as they feel they should be this in business or art practice. To me, there is this constant mindset of never being enough, never working hard enough, not being consistent art-wise, not growing in a certain way, and needing to always feel guilty for needing a break or time to stop doing art. Furthermore, pressure to be good and succeed, pressure to keep up with modern societal and tech trends, growing contempt for one's own methods of frustration with falling short of industry and self-imposed expectations makes it all a mess. It causes the love to become labor only, and as if criticism or challenges from others that don't like what you do doesn't bring you to give up completely. You could be a master, novice, or beginner, and these experiences can steal the fun and essence of why you make art away from you, especially if you're a beginner. And to come back to industry jobs for a second, I do understand that when there is a standard of art you have to make, you do have to hit that standard or expectation. It's how you keep a job and get more work. Same thing goes for commissions, shop sales, and the like. Effective marketing, branding, website creation, and content creation go a long way. And depending on the urgency of your situation and how important it is for you to be a success sooner, you have to learn some facets of these things and apply them well for that to even work. But even so, I don't doubt it's any less stressful and exhausting when things aren't going the best at the moment or the way that you wanted, and then you see all of these tip videos and other videos explaining how you are doing something wrong with conflicting or maybe even overly complicated instructions or explanations for certain things. Not saying these videos can't actually help, they can, but an overabundance of seeing and watching them probably turns planning into comparison and that into more self-hatred. Now, don't get me wrong, there are still efforts and strides you'll need to make depending on your specific goals with art and design, or really any craft that you pursue. This quick video isn't meant to downplay or ignore that, but I did want to deliver an important message, or really a reminder, for those who tend to get swept up in the improvement and intense strategizing content loop. You need to build and create a flexible love and exploration for your craft and processes no matter what. And remember, this is a subjective medium. Not everybody will love what you do. But if you stick with it, continue curating what makes your space, your art, your branding you, for those that stick around, they won't get enough, and success may not be all that far off. Past the viewpoint of other people, though, your art is an expression of you, your love, your hatred, your dedication, and the like. You can be studying for grueling hours or days, or just doodling something in a couple hours and minutes. You could have the best methods for art, or maybe you are a little more lax and freeform. But if that's true to you, then let that be. Don't feel like you have to tweak or rush into methods of growth that you may not even want or are even ready for. Burnout isn't necessarily optimal when you're trying to get somewhere, and if you push yourself that hard, then what will it have really all been for anyway, right? The same thing comes with making money online too, be it that your strategy is tightly planned, curated, and delivered, or lazily done and spread out, but somehow still effective. Adjusting your strategy and seeking out marketing guidance as you need will be crucial, but please do not make what may already be a stressful process more so for yourself by treating yourself poorly for not doing everything right to your standard or someone else's. It's going to be hard, and I'm sure of that. Heck, I don't even have all of the answers for what I am speaking to you about right now, and the process will not always be fun and or easy, and that's okay. It's fine to seek out development and improvement as you go, but never let others' voices drown out your intuition, drive, or confidence in what you do. Never let your own expectations keep you from seeing the beauty in what you actually end up producing. Let up off of yourself and go with the flow. And when something isn't going okay, please be kinder to yourself about it. Rest and then revisit it with a clearer mind. Even and especially when there is a level of external stress or pressure there. All right, that is all I really had to say in this quick little short video format. Thank you for watching, and see you whenever. Bye.